Antarctic soils show first evidence of nanoplastics. Researchers led by Lancaster University have detected nanoplastics in the soil of Antarctica's McMurdo Dry Valleys for the first time, with atmospheric modeling pointing to both local research station sources and long-range transport from other continents. A study published in Scientific Reports, the first detection of nanoplastics in mainland Antarctic soil, drawing on samples collected from the McMurdo Dry Valleys between January 8 and 28, 2023. The research team, led by Quinn Yu Fan Lei of Lancaster University, alongside co-authors from Norway's NILU, Italy's National Research Council, and other institutions, used a technique called thermal desorption proton transfer reaction mass spectrometry to identify plastic particles below 1 micrometer in size, a scale too small for the fluorescence microscopy methods typically used to detect larger microplastics. What the soil samples showed: nanoplastics turned up above detection limits in 54% of the 13 topsoil sites sampled, with concentrations reaching as high as 295 nanograms per gram and a median of 26.6 nanograms gram. Deeper soil layers, more than 20 centimeters down, also tested positive at half of the sites sampled there, though at lower concentrations. 6 polymer types were identified, including polypropylene, polyethylene, polyethylene terephthalate, polystyrene, polyvinyl chloride, and tire wear particles, with polypropylene accounting for the largest share of total nanoplastic mass. Microplastics larger than 10 micrometers, by contrast, were detected at only one of the sampled sites, a gap the researchers say suggests the smaller nanoplastics are not simply fragments of local microplastic breakdown. Where the plastic is likely coming from. To trace potential sources, the team ran the FlexPart atmospheric dispersion model over 3 years of data prior to sampling. The modeling points to a seasonal pattern. During the Antarctic summer, when the soil sampling took place, deposition is concentrated within the continent itself, near research stations including McMurdo Station and Scott Base. During the rest of the year, the Southern Ocean, New Zealand, and Southern South America become more significant source regions, consistent with broader research on how nanoplastics move through air, water, and soil once they break away from larger plastic debris. The researchers note their method is semi-quantitative. Recovery rates for the extraction and detection process ranged from roughly 23% to 53%, depending on the step measured, meaning actual nanoplastic concentrations in the soil are likely higher than the reported figures. Lead author Fan Lei said the findings show that even one of the planet's most remote environments is not exempt from plastic contamination. While co-author Crispin Halsall noted it remains unclear whether the particles arrived through direct atmospheric transport or through weathering of larger debris along the Antarctic coastline. Why this matters beyond Antarctica. The study's authors frame the McMurdo Dry Valleys results as a baseline for future comparison, given the valley's isolation from marine influence and minimal human activity relative to Antarctica's coastal research hubs. That framing echoes findings on how soil composition and chemistry shape nanoplastic movement in other environments, where local conditions determine whether particles stay put or migrate through a soil profile. For organizations already tracking how microplastics are reshaping water quality risk frameworks, this study adds soil and one of the least monitored landscapes on Earth to the list of matrices where legacy assumptions about plastic exposure may need revisiting. You've been listening to Sustainability Soundbites by Environment and Energy Leader. For partnership opportunities, please reach out to our team.